Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in this video, I wanted to talk about, is T-Mobile winning? And what do I mean when I say, are they winning? So on the network side, that's always going to be debatable no matter how you look at it. For some, it may work. For some, it may not work where they work and play. And then for some that are more travel intensive, some truck drivers, it may not work at all. But for a large amount of people that live closer to suburban and metropolitan areas, T-Mobile may do the job. And based on T-Mobile's strategy, the market, the way it's shifting towards now, is favoring them. So early on, when they initiated the Un-carrier strategy standalone, yeah, it favored them in terms of the growth, but their profits were still pennies compared to AT&T and Verizon's. Now, their portfolio completely changed post-merger. So now they're a larger company, more revenue, more profits, and they have a larger portfolio now. Now they can sell you TV and home internet. So they seem to be continuing the same strategy, growing at all costs. And the home internet, of course, is like 90% upside in profitability. So that'll offset the losses that they may be taking on TV. So why is that a winning formula for T-Mobile? Because Verizon and AT&T never really competed after growth so aggressively because they were all about balancing profitability and volume. Verizon said on their earnings call, which their numbers are official, AT&T's are official, T-Mobile's are unofficial. Their earnings is coming up in February. Verizon said we're still doing the balancing of volume and profitability. We want quality customer. We're not chasing unprofitability. So it sounds that Verizon is not willing to chase after that customer. AT&T has drastically adjusted their business, and they're now wanting some of that growth from the switcher pool. So if in the future Verizon does decide to adjust to that as well, maybe they restructure, maybe they lower pricing, that environment favors T-Mobile. That's what they always talk about on any quarter. If it's slow, if it's competitive, if it's, medium volume, they always come out on top because the way their company is structured and the strategy that they favors any environment. They're flexible. If you don't want that customer, Verizon, if you don't want that customer, AT&T, we will take that customer. So that's how T-Mobile's strategy has gone for years. They've taken those customers, and those customers are happy. Some customers are switching back to the other two because the network didn't meet their needs, but that's slowly going to start going away on a yearly basis. So why is T-Mobile's new portfolio so important? Because now that customer that Verizon and AT&T may have thought was a low profitable customer, now T-Mobile is going to increase their ARPA, average price per account. Home internet, TV, that customer now pays a larger amount monthly. And they're not going to force it on the customer, of course, but based on the relationship that customers may have already had with T-Mobile, they're likely to cut off their ISP and say, I'm going with T-Mobile home internet. And in some markets like El Paso, that ISP is broken. We have Spectrum and AT&T that exist here, but they don't compete really. Like there's a lot of apartment complexes where you can only get AT&T. And then there's some where you can only get Spectrum. So you have no other options, even within a bigger market like an El Paso compared to smaller markets. So that's a very, very compelling strategy, and investors are liking it because AT&T is now chasing that growth, but they had to cut EBITDA by 5%. And for a company of that size, that's that lucrative, I don't know if that's sustainable. The investors are not going to like the fact that EBITDA was cut by 5% and they didn't hit their ARPU margins. Why didn't they hit those margins? Because they had to pay to get customers on board. T-Mobile is all upside on that because of the synergies, and the company is set and structured towards that growth. So they're going to be fine. That environment, it really favors them 100%. Their ARPU has been going up. Their profits are going to go up with home internet. They're monetizing the network build very early. N41 is not even largely at massive scale yet. So they're playing the game to win. It may not look like it right now, but Deutsche Telekom said they want them to be the number one US player in the market. And they're chasing that. They're chasing the growth. They're like, look, this customer is a lower value. We got him in on some free lines, but we're going to upsell him now with our portfolio. We're going to add him a home internet, and we're going to add in T-Vision. We're going to give them great customer service. We got a great back-end system, great billing system. They'll be fine. With AT&T, I don't know. I just don't know how that's going to go over. Yeah, the growth is good, but what if that customer needs a customer service, which is terrible? What if the back-end system is not ready? What if the billing is messed up? They still have not fixed that. So as they deepen relationships with the larger growth, and those people start having issues, they have billing issues, they're going to start leaving. And they're going to start going to T-Mobile or Verizon or MVNOs. But in the market where the ISP is broken, where AT&T has big, back-end issues, billing issues, and just customer service issues, that is a market that T-Mobile can thrive in. They're hitting ISPs with an uncarrier-like move with home internet. They got TV now too, so they're competing in that market, and they've been competing in wireless very aggressively. So again, are they winning? Again, it's debatable, but the way that their strategy is set up, I think they're winning because that's their strategy. Verizon and AT&T, that has not been their strategy, so they're having to adjust. And it's really up to Verizon if they want to adjust to chase that growth. If the investors are fine with what they're doing, then Verizon's likely going to stick to what they know. They're going to chase profitability. They will have some volume, but they will not grow big numbers AT&T and T-Mobile are doing. AT&T has adjusted. Again, EBITDA is down 5%. ARPU margins were not hit. I don't know how that's going to go over with the investors if that's a trend going forward. And T-Mobile is just going to take off like a space rocket, and they're going to keep growing. They're going to keep doing million net ads, and they're going to keep monetizing those customers. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Look forward to reading the comments. If you are new to the channel or you have been on the channel and you have not yet liked, share, subscribe, make sure you do so. Hit the notification bell so you are notified when I do upload content. Make sure to follow the social media outlets for more updates and interaction. This is Tyrone with Tech Life. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.